All right, we have ourselves 5-7, but we're only a half game back because nobody in the division has a winning record. Brewers are number one right now at 6-7, so this is wide open. Our bad start isn't even that bad. Christopher Morel is probably one of the few players actually playing well so far. He's got 5 homers. He's batting .286. Over 1,000 on his OPS to start the year. So he's already doing good. Getting a good player lock, getting a couple pluses of performance boost would be very big for a guy like this. You hope the Phillies win the World Series this year. They have been a fun team to watch. I wouldn't mind a Phillies World Series win. All right, I'm trying to psych myself up for this because hitter player locks have not gone well for me this year in the White Sox March to October. So don't set your expectations too high, but I'm gonna do my best here. It's all I can do. Do what I can. It's just we can skip this. Ever since they took, what was her name, Heidi Watney out of the game. Ever since they took her out and her pregame reports out of the game, I just skip past all that stuff. And we got a hanging slider right away, and it's just a ground out. That's not how you want to start. Now we're already probably going to be into the 4th or 5th inning. 4th inning. Down 4. Phillies are a good team this year. Hope they get a pitcher in the middle of the year to shore up the rotation. They've got some good pitching. I feel like, Wheeler, Nola, both of them coming back. I feel like people talk about Christopher Sanchez, right, as being pretty good. And then when we came back later in the year, we were playing at T-Mobile Park. It's a beautiful place, great scenery from center field, and I always enjoyed playing here. There we go. That one's going to get through. All right, we're on. We got a base hit. We're not helpless. I still feel like we need a little bit more than just one base hit to actually get some kind of a plus here for a performance boost, but that's a start. Maybe they'll have me steal. Probably not right away here, though, on a 1-2 count. Oh, he's just watching strike 3. That's good. You hate the announcers in MLB 24? They're annoying. I feel like I've tuned them out. I leave the commentary on, but I just kind of tuned it out for years. MVP is probably the GOAT baseball game. It's not probably. It is. It is the GOAT baseball game. Yeah, we're not gonna get anything from our base hit there. Sanchez is okay, but Suarez is great. I forgot about Suarez. All right, at bat number 3, we're down 6-0. We're in a hole here, so this isn't looking good for picking up a win. And it's not looking good for me because that's another 1 pitch out on a hanging slider. I could just as easily be 3 for 3 right now with these pitches I've seen with Morel so far. We're already into his 4th at bat here. We've put a couple on the board. Deficit's even bigger, though. Got to drive this run in. Hang on, this pitcher's out of energy, though. With a hit on the board, if he does walk me here, that should give me something, right? Okay, he's not throwing pitches out of the zone, though. Probably should have been able to hit that one. Oh, there's no way I didn't get around on that. I can't believe it, man. I am so bad in player locks, and I don't get it. I don't know what the difference is. I guess, granted, it's not like I've been hitting well so far with any of these Cubs. But there's just something different about player locks. I don't know if one hit... Yeah, one hit's not going to give me anything. So we get no performance boost. More negative momentum. Another loss on the record for the season. This is... That disappointed me. I wanted Christopher Morel to have as good of a season as he could have, and now we might not have that chance. So what's this going to do? That's probably going to flip us slightly negative. Yup. Just got to hope for a quick turnaround. At some point, I got to start hitting, right? Okay, we get swept. They're telling me to mess with trade management. Already done. So hopefully this means a trade will be popping up soon. We're going to keep losing. All right, we're on a bit of a losing streak here. What are we up to? 5 in a row? We're down to a 5-12 record. And yep, that's 5 losses in a row. Dude, this is bad. Player locks are your number one enemy this year. They are mine too. We have scored 58 runs and we've given up 105. It is a rough start, guys. It is a very rough start. I mean, we just soldier on though, right? That's all we can do. 3-3 tie against the D-backs to try and break this losing streak. Looks like we have the runner on, and you know what? I need water. It's kind of crazy. I would consider myself, you know what? I'm blocking just so you guys can see real quick. There's our standings. But I would consider myself a pretty hydrated person. So when I heard people say that streamers forget to drink water during the stream, I'm like, that's not a problem I'm going to have. Now I've been sitting here for an hour and a half, haven't taken a sip of water. All right. Now we're going right back into the game, though, so we'll change this back. Hop in. Got to put up at least a run this time. Player locks come up at the worst time for you. I feel like they always come up for me when I'm ready to, like, end the current episode that I'm in. Like, in the White Sox one. Like, I'll be recording for about an hour, and then the next moment's a player lock, and it's like, well, guess I'm saving it for the start of next episode. You know what? Let's see. What do we have going on here? 3-3 tie. We've got a Dansby homer. Couple hits from Suzuki. Javier Assad's gone 6. Giving up 3 runs. That's not a bad start. That's a quality start, actually. They've got a lot of extra base hits, though. So it's lucky we only have given up the 3. What's good, Wimbo? How you doing, man? I thought I just hit a home run for you with Hap, but no, I'm off of it. I have not been hitting yet with these Cubs. So you're in for a ride here because I'm playing frustrated right now. I feel like we just need that one good swing. We need somebody to just turn on the ball, hit a perfect, no doubter, and then I'll start feeling good about things.
Activity in the Arizona bullpen. Ryan Thompson getting ready to go. Supply getting cranked up as well.
And that's not going to do it. I'm late. I'm behind it again. We throw away our first inning. Had that runner on. Couldn't even move him up to second. All right, yeah. Assad's out of energy, so we got to go to that bullpen. I forgot to warm anybody else up, but I haven't used Merriweather yet, so I'll give him a shot. Want to make sure we get Mark Leiter Jr. warmed up, though, because he's the best pitcher in the world. Does March to October start with the latest updated roster? Is it always the release roster? I'm not 100% sure. I tried loading the most updated roster before I got into this, but it still seems like it's the release roster. But I feel like in the past, it has updated to like the first roster post opening day. So it might do that whenever they update the roster, or maybe when they do like an attribute update to the roster. That might be the one that is stuck for the rest of the year in the mode. But I feel like they got to update it at some point, because like there's players, Yamamoto, Imanaga on the Cubs, Jung-Hoo Lee. Like, those players aren't in the rosters right now in March to October. You got trades like the Dylan Cease trade, where he's still on the White Sox on these rosters. So I feel like they got to update it at some point. Like, they can't have one of their main modes in the game be out of date like that bad.
corner, and now it's even 1-1.
Trying to keep good speed off the bases.
Okay, we're going to get there, right, Hap? I don't really like how these silver outfielders keep getting these terrible reactions on the balls they have to run in to get. Happened with Bellinger last game, 2 games ago. What was it? All right, there we go. Pop up, popped him up again. 1, 2, 3 inning for Merriweather. Kept them where they're at. We need that because I need all the help I can get. Ryan Thompson. He's got no runs allowed in 7 innings so far, and I feel like he's a guy with a weird release, isn't he? Like some kind of submarine sidearm situation. Yeah, that little crouch doesn't make me feel good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He is dropping down full sidearm. Feel like I should sit the PCI out here. Well, that would have been a good move if I kept it there, but I went and moved it. Moved it up and swung early. You know what other game I would love to play? If, I was talking earlier about playing other games. I'm sorry, I forget who exactly it was that said I should play The Last of Us. Oh, he's gone. It was Teen Dad Gaming said I should play The Last of Us. But I would love to play some Red Dead 2. That's one of my favorite games. The music's been stuck in my head the last couple days. It's kind of making me want to play that game again. That's a long one. That'd be a big commitment to say that I'm just going to play through Red Dead 2 on stream at some point. But that'd still be a while away. I probably shouldn't be hyping something up that I am not going to be doing anytime soon. Submarine pitchers are your least favorite? Yeah. I think they're just about everybody's least favorite to hit. Although I feel like sometimes when you face people in Diamond Dynasty that use a submarine pitcher, sometimes they use them a little predictably. So if you kind of like take away the predictable thing that they'll throw, they're somewhat easy to hit. And like that's just not a pitch that you should ever be missing or that I should ever be missing, and I am missing it every single time I'm seeing it today. You usually start your March to October after the first full roster update, so you can have everyone where they belong. Wasn't sure if it actually made a difference though. Yeah, don't take my word for it. Don't quote me on it because I don't know for sure, but I feel like that's how it's been in the past. Dude, I can't keep missing that. He is hanging sliders right down the pipe. I actually timed it up, which I haven't been doing, and then the PCI is down here. Like, what are we doing?
Couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
2 outs.
I missed another one. I know that's a better spot, but still. That's still down the middle that way. I'll take a fluke. No, we're not even going to get a fluke. We can't even get a bloop base hit. Can't do anything right at the plate. It just occurred to me, though. I don't think I gave my whole spiel that I had planned in my head at the start of this, because I wanted to talk about how even though I'm a White Sox fan, I don't sit here and say that I hate the Cubs. Like, I'm not a Cubs hater. So anybody that's watching this that's a Cubs fan and is worried about a White Sox fan using the Cubs, I'm not going to sit here and slander them. I'm not going to sit here and talk bad about the Cubs because I don't dislike the Cubs. When I was young growing up, I kind of bought into the whole Cubs-White Sox rivalry. Like, oh, I'm a Sox fan, so I hate the Cubs. But 2015, when they put that team together, and then the next year when they won their World Series, I couldn't not root for the Cubs. And then now as I've gotten older, I've kind of outgrown that whole Cubs-Sox rivalry thing because it's just like, I don't know. It's not like the two teams are in direct competition all that much. They're in different leagues, different divisions. Kind of makes it easier to just be like, all right, I don't mind the Cubs. If they're decent, I'll have fun. Especially right now when wait, Kevin, you're saying I hate Javi Baez and Wilson Contreras? When have I said that? Tell me when I've said that, because I would probably believe you with all the stuff you seem to remember about me. Like I said earlier, man, you remember things about me I don't even remember, so. I feel like I've always, I mean, right now, Baez is an easy guy to make fun of because it's like he sucks and he's on the Tigers.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. That ball is foul, and the pressure is building.
Are we going to sit this guy down? I keep... kept leaving the ball right down the middle to him. It's only a matter of time that before he does that. Have I even warmed up anybody else, or did I forget to? Literally last week? Give me the receipts on that, because I don't think I said that. I really don't. I'm trying to rack my brain.
He's making his 4th appearance of the season. Up to the plate.
Okay, I left him another pitch right down the middle, but Mark Leiter Jr. is just so good, he's not going to give up a hit. Foul balls happen way too frequently. It feels like that sometimes. Then again, I am playing on Legend difficulty, so guess it makes sense if some of the better players extend the at-bats a bit. Always a Brizzo fan, though. I feel like I've always enjoyed, like, the Cubs, man. 2016 Cubs, all those personalities, Baez and Contreras included. I had fun with them. I mean, like, if anybody, I could see myself saying negative things about Baez, but Contreras, like, I can't even sit here and say any negative thoughts I've had about Wilson Contreras.
New inning getting started, and now the shortstop, Dansby Swanson. Thompson back to work.
Oh, come on, dude. I cannot hit this guy. They're leaving him in for another inning just because they know I'm not putting together any good at-bats against him.
In the box, lays off for ball 1.
You know, I do, though. I'm still trying to think about saying anything bad about Baez or Contreras. And I don't know. I'm thinking back to when it was the whole debate between who's the best shortstop in Chicago. Is it Tim Anderson or is it Javi Baez? Looking back on that now, it's like that's who we were comparing it between. They might be the two worst shortstops in baseball after last season.
Off the outside edge, and now the count is 2-2.
Please say I held up. Okay, there we go. It's Nicky Two Strikes making his return. Look at the at-bat he's putting together with 2 strikes on him. Just top it off with a good swing. Or a walk. Walk works too. We've got a runner on. That's just too good of a pitch. You're not allowed to make that good of a pitch. Not when I'm struggling like this. Jeez, dude, what am I chasing? What am I sitting here chasing? Biggest tool in Chicago 2018 edition? I have no idea what that means. You're going to have to explain that. Okay, we're working this back. Went down 0-2, back to 2-2. I bet if he puts Gomes on in any way, we'll see a new arm. Okay, now it's a 3-2 count.
Michael Bush on deck for the Cubs.
All right. My eye has came back to me. That's 2 straight walks. Oh, TA and Baez. I don't know. Tim Anderson wasn't good enough yet in 2018. Nobody in 2018 was going to make the case that Anderson was better. It wasn't until 19 and beyond. You've been to a Cubs game and you really love the fans? I've been to a couple Cubs games. I went to a Brewers versus Cubs game in Milwaukee when both teams were good. That's probably my favorite game I've ever been to. It felt like a playoff game, and it was in June. A lot of fans from both teams showing up. Fun atmosphere. No, I tried to check swing. I hit it so lightly, actually, that I feel like that's why I swung. You're going to walk this game off today? You?
This is a big moment in this game.
Here's the Cubs leadoff man, Ian Happ, 1 for 3.
There we go. There we go. Finally a good swing. We're going to get a run out of it. Look at Ian Happ. Leave it to Ian Happ to get the big swing. Finally, I broke through. Kevin, I don't know when you came back, but man, things have gone rough. I'm down to like 5-12. I'm on a 5-game losing streak. So we needed that. That was a big swing. Okay, he got into his got set way too quick there. We got to get Adbert ready to go. Or should I just leave Mark Leiter Jr. in? I mean, at this point, he's probably the guy I trust the most. Why are they leaving Ryan Thompson in, though? He's given up a run. He's 30 pitches in. Well, probably because I'm still swinging at that. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, no. I felt so good after the Hap swing, and now I can't make a swing. In your March to October, Dansby won MVP because when you played, he's just... Oh, he goes off. Yeah, man, I had that last year, my Nationals March to October. Joey Meneses just kept going crazy. He won back-to-back MVPs. Yeah, it's Corbin Carroll out there. That's not going to drop in. At least we got one. Took the lead. And we'll have... Well, I don't know. I actually don't know if I want to bring in Adbert or stick with Leiter. I mean, Leiter was only 5 pitches in. He's been so good for me in these 2 appearances so far. I'm going to stick with him. I trust Mark Leiter Jr. In Mark Leiter Jr., we trust. Look at that. Like, look at that pitch. Look at that spot. Only Mark Leiter Jr. is pulling that off. No, we're not getting the chase, though. Thought that was coming up next. Okay, we're not getting any chases. It's going to turn into one of those at bats, isn't it? Oh, and now I got a yellow? How? Okay, I'm lucky. They put that right down the middle, not where I wanted it. Let's try and get another chase. Or we'll just hang it worse than I've ever hung a curveball before. But Mark Leiter Jr. works his magic. That's just a routine fly ball. I can throw anything with this guy. You're right, Mike. He is the GOAT. I've thrown what? Like 2 1/3, 2 2/3 innings with this guy, I think I can confidently say he's the GOAT. Never mind Babe Ruth, never mind Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, it's Mark Leiter Jr.
Gurriel stands in now, looks at that one inside. Trying to close out a one-run lead here in the last half.
Okay, but he's not getting swings. They're not swinging the bat against him anymore.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're
Would
patient,
love a rollover on this pitch. Or we'll throw it right down the middle, but he's too good. I want to punch out on the 12-6. That's what we crave with Mark Leiter Jr. Can't hold up. One more out to go.
Diamondbacks down to their final out. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now. And a strike in there. A one-run lead. We're in the last half of the ninth inning.
Okay, 1 to go. Do I just be predictable here and go back to the 12-6? Seems to be what works. Can it work one more time? It got the swing, but are we going to get him? Oh, we did. All right, just barely. Just barely got him at first. That was, that had me worried for a second, but we're good. That was a big win. 3 fireballs. That's gonna end our losing streak, and that should hopefully give us a couple wins here in this next set of games. In real life, he's a lefty specialist. Has he got a good cutter? It's probably what would do it, right? All right, what do we got? What do we got here? 3 fireballs with no momentum before. That's a good fireball. That's some good momentum. I say a couple wins and then a quick turnaround. We got a 4-game series against Miami. Okay, at least we won it. Would have liked the sweep. Now we get to play the Astros. Just a generic finish, strong for morale boosting win. We have the lead, 1-0. We're back to only 3 games back because this division is rough up and down, but 9 and 13 puts us 3 games back. And you know what? We must have had a really good sim because last time I looked at this, I think we had scored 58 total runs and given up 105. And in the meantime, we've put up, what would the math be? 28 and given up 10? Not bad. The splitter's what does it? I guess that makes sense. That's his primary pitch in the computer world. All right. 1-0. 8th inning. We've got 2 innings to hold the Astros where they're at. We're the home team. Let's get into it. Let's pick ourselves up another win. We've got a 2-hit shutout going right now from Javier Assad. I wonder how much gas he's got left in the tank. What are we looking like here? 79 pitches in. He's in the yellow. We got to take him out. Only guy they had warming up is Adbert. But you know what? We've got Mark Leiter Jr. full of energy again. We can get him in right away. I think that might be the move. Although Diaz is much better against righties, but he's kind of the only one. I'm going to do it. There's no reason not to bring in Mark Leiter Jr. with a lead. Look at him. 5 1/3. No runs given up yet. 55.6% strikeout rate. Let's just see, though. I'm curious. Where is our run come from today? We've got, of course, it's a Christopher Morel solo shot. Even without succeeding in his player lock, dude's still coming through for us. All right, let's go. Actually, let's get one more guy warming up just in case. And now let's go. Okay, well, I keep leaving that cutter right down the middle, and it hasn't bit me yet.
even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that.
You know, it's funny how you say the splitter makes Mark Leiter Jr. good in real life. I feel like splitters against the CPU, at least in this game, just they don't always work great. Like, they always feel like they take that pitch. I feel like CPU just does not chase the splitter. But you know what they have been chasing? They've been chasing the 12-6. Oh, but he's not this time? What? We can't be having that. What do I go to now? What's the put away pitch? I just said splitters don't work against the CPU, and now I'm throwing one. Didn't want it there. Didn't want it there, but we're still good. We're still fine. Should I just go heat up and in? Challenge him on 3-2, see what he does. He almost did some damage. But fortunately, we got it just high enough for him to be under it. It's just a fly out.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle.
There we go. That's a pitch right there. Let's try and do that again, running away. He throws it for a strike and uses it like a changeup to get ahead a lot. Okay. I'm terrified to do that in the game, but okay. Oh, dude, what are we doing? Making contact on that? If you're swinging, you should be swinging and missing. Give it to him again. Double up on this pitch. Oh, no, what is that? Dude, why do I keep getting these tutorials? And it's giving me the yellow throw because it threw me off. Wait, but that was a perfect throw. And we got the out. Okay, sure. Still don't know why these tutorials are popping up. I might have to look into that if some setting got changed off stream. Because all my settings are still the same. So I don't know why those would be popping up now. I mean, do we go to it again? I'm getting so predictable with what I throw with 2 strikes. That one's going to drop in. Hung a couple of those pitches where you don't want them to be. All right, who's their 9-hitter? Dubon. Can I stop leaving pitches right down the middle? I'm failing Mark Leiter Jr. here. This game has gone very differently for me with him. I keep missing my spots.
On the north side of Chicago, John Shambi and Chris Singleton. Here's Kyle Tucker. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
All right, there we go. Slider for a strike against the lefty. That's like the blueprint for what you were saying, Kevin. Let's go to this 12-6 for strike 3. No, come on, swing the bat. You wanted to. You know you wanted to. There's no way he fouled that off. No way. Let's front door him here. We're going to hit the corner perfectly. Yep, that was perfectly on the corner. And he barely tapped that ball. He didn't hit it hard at all. We're going to the bottom of the 8th with the 1-run lead, and I feel like I need more. Rafael Montero. I feel like this is also a guy I sometimes have trouble hitting. What does he got here? Yeah, he throws kind of hard. He's got the sinker, slider combo. That's fine. Didn't really want to swing, but it's a strike anyway. Man, that pre-Ivy outfield wall right now looks horrible. I don't know what it is about being in the game here, but man, that looks ugly. In real life, I don't feel like it looks all that ugly before the ivy grows in, but here, and of course, we'll just line out. One of the best swings I've made all day, and it's an out.
Everything right on that swing, but he's got nothing to show for it.
And first offering is fouled off. The wind of the pitch.
All right, come on. I want to do some damage here. I have not put together many good swings at the plate since we've started playing this, and it's because of that. I keep getting pitches to hit, and I'm not hitting them. I don't know what's going on.
Even off the end, trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
I'm turning on that fastball right now. It was too far in front of that one, though. Yeah, and that's the perfect pitch you throw after I'm early on the fastball in, isn't it? My God. Morel, save me, buddy. Save me, Morel. Get your second bomb of the day. I want to, if there's anybody on this team I want to hit a perfect no-doubter with right now, it's probably Morel. I,
And that's strike one.
if that's on the corner, apparently, or on the edge of the zone, I'm able to turn on it. But the second he throws it a little bit down the middle, that's when I'm late.
Just missed. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is in.
Okay, good spot. Nope, and they made me swing. All right, perfect. I am, I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I'm not looking good at the plate this entire stream. Not going to leave Mark Leiter Jr. in. He's 22 pitches deep. We'll go to our closer. We'll go to Adbert. He's only got a 5.79 ERA. He can handle this. Top of the order, too. Man, I keep forgetting. It's fast. For him, you got to be fast.
Just off the outside edge.
Okay, there we go. 2-0 count. Good fastball up and away. We get a weak pop fly.
Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And a quick out, number one. He's 2 outs away. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
God, Yordan is
The zone.
a scary hitter to face when you're only up by 1 in the 9th.
That's down and in.
I don't want to throw him anything but that, but he's not going to chase it, is he?
Top of the 9th.
Yeah, he's not.
Played inside, and it's 2-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
What about a sweeping curve? Chances are I hang this.
Down, base is empty.
Oh, no, that was a good spot. All right, and we got a perfect release on it. I just wish he actually swung and missed. And then he's...
And it's 3-2.
Well, he's not afraid to.
I want to stay outside. I'm a little scared to go to the fastball, though, but that's what we're doing. He's waiting me out.
If he swings or not.
Maybe a high slider. This is... Nope. That is an amazing pitch. Like, that's exactly where I wanted that to be, and he's just spitting on it.
That's a great at bat. He saw a lot.
Now they're going to the pinch runner. Altuve up.
Altuve up to hit
I
here.
don't like this. Oh, run yourself out. Nope, because what just happened? I think it bounced off Altuve after it bounced off of Gomes.
Pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed.
Dude,
Base hit's probably gonna be
I'm getting a little frustrated with the patience of these Astros right now, and then I leave a sinker right down the middle. Sinker's tough to time up here with Alzolay. Oh my god. Wait, he's going to third, and he's going to get there too. Gomes is not good behind the dish. Wow.
as a closer.
2 pitches in the dirt, and he's letting him move all the way up to third.
Handle on one here and there, especially with all the nasty stuff coming out of bullpens these days.
Okay, that's huge. It doesn't matter how hard he hit it. It's just an out that keeps him at third. That's all we care about.
That's one of those atom balls you just have to live with as a hitter.
And fouled off. The tying run is 90 feet away.
Okay, good pitch. 0-2 count. I'm going to go to that sweeping curve. God, was I really too fast? Still was a pretty decent pitch, though, for an 0-2 pitch.
Alzolay is just one.
Dude, come on. What am I...
Wow, that's a
He's just barely off on these pitches, and he just yanks it into the dirt. There we go. Horner, you're there. Okay. By the absolute skin of our teeth there, we hung on to that one.
some great pitching and defense.
I mean, dude, we had the perfect from Altuve right to Nico Horner. Even that last play was in danger of getting through and tying the game, but we'll hang on. We also got an extra fireball for holding the shutout, so that's 3 more to add on. I still don't feel like I'm playing great, but our record's going to hopefully continue to improve, adding 3 more on, and that's what we need. Feel like we need a trade popping up soon, too. We're getting to that point in the season where I would think the first trade should be popping up at any moment here. So yeah, that'll add on. It's a pretty decent-sized fireball. And how many games do we have against Houston here? Okay. Still can't sweep the series. I don't know if we've had a series sweep yet. We get to face the Red Sox, and this is big. We get a chance to finish off a no-hitter with Justin Steele to set the team on fire, and it really does. If we finish this, from my experience in the past, you get a full momentum meter. 8 fireballs. We just got to actually finish it, which doesn't always happen. Would like to be up by more than 2, because I feel like sometimes if you're up by like 5 or something or more, then you can be a little less cautious with the pitches and just try and throw a lot of pitches out of the zone, because all we care about is not giving up a hit. But here we got to care about protecting the lead. So we're 11-14, 3.5 back. The Cardinals are actually kind of starting to play decent here. They're the only team above 500. I mean, our run differential is getting a lot better. We've definitely made some improvements there. And we also, I didn't even realize this, we haven't played a single divisional game yet. We're 0-0 against teams in the division. All right, but let's do this. Let's get into this here with Justin Steele. Try and shut down Boston on the road. We've got a walk on the board, so it's not a perfect game, but I feel like we knew that. Otherwise, it would have said perfect game. Is mini seasons worth it in Diamond Dynasty? It depends on what your definition of worth it is, really. Because, like, the rewards themselves are kind of whatever. But on the other hand, it's free packs, it's parallel XP progress, it's program progress if you use the right players. So it all kind of depends on what your definition of worth it is. All right. Let's just go. I was going to pause and look at some things, but we don't care. We're only controlling Justin Steele here. There's only so much we can do.
This lineup is having a tough time finding a good rhythm at the plate. Their swings are disjointed, which tells me they're having issues with pitch recognition. It really looks like these hitters have been...
See if Justin Steele's 12-6 is as good as Mark Leiter Jr.'s. It looks like it. We got a 3-pitch punch out. 8 more outs to go. We're counting outs.
Just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
That's in there, and that is strike 1.
Oh, okay, we got a guy there. Didn't want... Oh, no. Okay, that's not a hit. It's not a hit, right? There's no way that's a hit. Okay, yeah, they are calling it an error. I don't know what Nico Horner, Gold Glover over there, is doing making an error for me. At least the no-hitter's intact. I don't know, though, man. I was going to say, feels like whenever you're in a no-hitter pitcher player lock like this, the CPU turns up to, like, super legend difficulty. The hitters are the toughest to get out that they ever are. And apparently now we got to worry about errors being made. But we're going to double them up. All right, get that runner off the base. Get our 2 outs right away. We're good. His slider is his out pitch in real life, an elevated fastball. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. I really like the sinker, though. I'm not going to lie. I don't know how much he throws that in real life, but... especially lefty inside against the CPU. I like that pitch. You're doing a White Sox franchise and you called up Colson Montgomery and he did amazing. Yeah, I'm excited for Colson Montgomery in the March to October. It won't be happening in this first season because he's not on the 40-man, but I'm hoping, because he's up to like a 75 overall in the minors, so I'm hoping that in between seasons he can just get called up. No, let's try this. Let's try this circle change. Okay. That's too much yellow. No harm, though. Oh, look at that. Look at that pitch. Slider is definitely his out pitch.
Up next for the Red Sox. Just off the outside edge. 1-0. That catches the corner.
I mean, the further we get into this without giving up a hit, I feel like just the more nervous you get. Because you're just waiting for that blooper. You're waiting for the fluke. Bunt single even. I don't know. I feel like I've given up the no-hitter in so many different ways in March to October in the past.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
See, that worried me. Seeing that contact for a split second worried me because I'm like, oh, that's going to bloop in over the third baseman's head. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can spot this in a spot where he's going to... Oh, nope, that was a good pitch. Wasn't really expecting the take there from Reese McGuire. And, yep, that one's going to get through. All right. Of course it'd be Reese McGuire, lefty. We made it 4 outs away. See, now instantly, since this is a player lock, this was for a performance boost. But in my experience on this game, the second you give up that first hit, you're down to like only a 1+ is the best you can get. Like I can strike out every batter from now on, keep this as a shutout, and they'll give me a 1+ and say, well, you didn't get the no-hitter, but you had a solid outing. His fastball has that crazy vertical break that makes it look like it's rising, so he throws it up in the zone. Yeah, they don't do a good job translating that into the game. Because, I mean, especially if you're using steel online and you're trying to throw 92 up, that's probably not going to work out too well.
Next offering is down low. With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning.
All right, we'll take it. Caught him looking for strike 3. It's all about picking up this win now. I wonder how they would go about bringing that vertical break on fastballs aspect into the game. Like, would it just be like them adding a different pitch type? Kind of like how a running fastball is a pitch type in this game that like nobody seems to have, but it still exists. I feel like people in real life that just like their four seam kind of has that arm side run, they call it, right? It's still just a four seam fastball, but they have a running fastball in the game as its own pitch. I wonder if they would have to add in a rising fastball. All right, there we go. We got him, I think, early on that fastball up and in.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. And a little something extra at stake in this at-bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
All right, I messed this up last time. Oh, man, I thought I was timing it up with what it showed me. I was way too slow. Still a good pitch. I don't really know why I'm throwing this on 0-2. Oh, because it's a perfect pitch. That's why. Just make the ball rise. I mean, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking in my head. But like, imagine what it would look like seeing the straight changeup type break, but just upside down. That'd be so weird looking.
And next for the Red Sox, Rob Refsnyder.
Oh, okay. That ball was smacked. I kind of thought we were going to have to deal with a base runner. Of course, we get a relatively weak base hit up the middle from McGuire, but then the perfect swing we get an out on. We do at least get the 1+ for steal. We get a 2+ for the team getting inspired by the dominance. If they use RPM in the game, every ball realized from X height with Y, you're bringing in XYZ into an MLB The Show stream? Kevin, buddy, I haven't taken a math class in years. I don't even know what X, Y, and Z mean anymore. No, but I know what you're trying to say. It's way too involved for my tiny little brain to comprehend right now. I don't know, something like that, though, I feel like would take like a whole change of engine or something on this game, which it probably needs. I don't know about that stuff. I don't know about game development, but it feels like largely the game's played the same for a while now. All right, so what's this going to turn into? We already had a pretty good fireball. We're going to be adding 2 more fireballs onto that. We could have a decent stretch here. We were, what, 3.5 back? I could see us breaking even. We still can't sweep a series, though. And here we go. All right, our first trade opportunity of the season. Man, I would have actually thought for a 78 overall 31-year-old lefty, it takes this much. We got to give up a 73 overall that's 7 years younger plus an A potential shortstop. I mean, again, we're only focused on this one season, so if that's what it takes to make this trade, I'll probably do it. I just hope one of these other 2 trades is better. I guess that's a fair point. They do use ball physics off the bat. All right. Yeah, I would prefer not to make this trade, but we need one of these other ones to be better. Who do we got? Dodgers. They're offering Walker Buehler. Well, this is already a better trade. We're giving up 1 less player, and we're getting probably a better player. Because I know Walker Buehler's still working through his injury in real life, but he's not hurt here. I mean, he's playing baseball. He's made 6 starts. Matt Shaw is a dog, if you know who he is. I don't know who he is. I just know he's an A potential 22-year-old 65. Problem is, he's not on the 40-man. And just with how I've come to learn how March to October works, if a player's not on the 40-man, they're not going to get called up. They're not going to get fast-tracked, at least in this season. And since this first season is the only one I care about, if he can never contribute for the big league team, I feel like there's no point in holding on to him. So, for now at least, this is the front runner trade to add Walker Buehler to this team. How about the Orioles? They're looking to give up a lefty. It's really nothing to get him. Maybe this would be better. Even if Danny Coulomb isn't as good of a pitcher, we still don't really have a good lefty. What am I blocking here? Yeah, I'll just turn this off real quick so you guys can see our pitching situation here. But our only 2 lefties in the bullpen right now is Drew Smyly as a long reliever and then Luke Little as a 52 overall. Like we don't need that. Or what I was going to say is what we do need is actually a better lefty. All right, here, let me bring me back. Send that up to the top right. Dude may be up this year to play third. He hit 350 in all the minors. Okay, that's exciting. I mean, I know you're talking about real life, but obviously what I said for this stands to get rid of him here. But I mean, for a multi-season March to October, this would definitely be a fun guy to hang on to. I mean, catcher secondary. That alone intrigues me on this card. I'm honestly leaning towards this Danny Coulomb trade. Because we're not giving up any of our big pieces to get him. We definitely need a lefty in that bullpen. We don't have, I don't think there's any lefty right now if we're up 1 in, the 7th or 8th inning that I would bring in. I'm not bringing in Smyly or Luke Little to shut anybody down. Okay, what happened when you were gone? Let's see. When did you leave? How bad did things get when you left? Because we dropped a bunch of games in a row, dropped down to 5-12, and now we're working on bringing it back. We're close to 500 again, and now we've got a trade. I'm trying to decide pretty much between Walker Buehler and Danny Coulomb, but I'm kind of set on this trade. I'm kind of set on adding this lefty. I think we're just gonna pull the trigger on this one because. Yeah, I'm good with getting rid of either of these guys. We need a lefty. Let's go ahead and commit to this. Danny Coulomb is being picked up from the Orioles. I almost called them the Rays. Like what? Baltimore Rays? That's not it. All right. Official. Danny Coulomb is a Cub. 97 break, 99 break. 77 hits per 9. Good lefty to add to the team. We're still simming, and we've got a fast track. All right. This is probably not who I would have wanted it to be, but it kind of doesn't matter. I feel like when I fast tracked a D potential, that's where the Cubs use Leiter as a lefty specialist. I guess that's fair, but I don't know. I don't really. I mean, let's be fair. Mark Leiter Jr. right now is an everyone specialist. But if he's a little gassed, we got to have that big lefty to come in. All right, but anyway, Cam Sanders here, 64 overall, 27 years old, D potential. Might not seem exciting, but when I've fast-tracked D potentials in the past, they actually move all the way up to a B. So this isn't that bad. If we get him up to a B potential, get that overall up to 70, get a chance to call him up, he could get up to a 76. This is a pretty good arm. That turns into a pretty good arm. That would actually be our... Okay, I'm not really covering anything up. That would be our third best arm behind Hendricks. He'd be right in with Taillon and Assad. So, I mean, he's our only option. We got to pick him. And, you know what? Actually, these pitcher-player locks, when you pitch the whole game, they kind of turn into a longer one. And I said I was only going to be on for about 2 to 2.5 hours. So I might call the stream here. I know it kind of sucks that I bigged up that I was going to do this this fast track, and then I'm going to say we're going to save it for next time. But I think I'm going to call it quits here. So we'll save this for next time. We got through a pretty decent chunk here. 32 games into the season to start our Cubs March to October. Okay, I didn't look at this yet, so we can take a look here before we head out. But 15-16, 1 game back from getting back up to 500. 2 games back in the division. We're up to 14th ranked now too somehow. So, but yeah, all right, that's where I'm gonna call it. Thank you guys. I know you just got back, Teen Dad. I'm sorry, but this the replay should be up hopefully immediately, so you can just go back to what you missed, catch back up, and then be ready to come back next time. Don't know exactly when I'll be back next time, but now that we actually have a series to be focused on streaming, it hopefully won't be too long. I just don't know exactly when it'll be, so stay tuned. I'll schedule it in advance. I'll probably make a community post letting you guys know when the next stream is going to be. But for now, I guess that's really all I have to say. So thanks again for coming out, guys. Thanks for stopping by, everybody who stopped by. And that's going to do it for me today, guys. So thanks again, and I will see you whenever the next time is that I see you.